Good morning. What's going on? Hope everyone's doing well. Live trading, 5th of September 2025. So, what are we looking at today? NQ, as per usual. Before I set my contracts to 4. I'm not messing that up again. Alright, so what do I see happening today? Alright, that's kind of the main thing. So we came in, we swept this. Not swept, but this has been taken out. Right, this is what I had the target going to today. From last night's session. Somewhere in here, I said our prices, next target is here. So now, from here, where we are currently, where can price go to? What makes sense? Well, all of this is weak. So I actually think we're probably trending towards all-time highs. Wild, I know, but I think that's where we're going. So, how do we get to all-time highs from here? Do we get there today? I don't think so, but I do think we get there probably Monday, Tuesday. We could get there today. Price can do what it wants to do, right? But that's what I'm expecting. So let's look over what happened in 2 sessions. One, what happened in London? London pretty much consolidated. Yeah, we did make a new high, but a new high in here. But really, true, this looks pretty consolidatory. Pre-New York consolidation until we had this. So what is this? This right here is a sweep of London low, but also NFP. NFP numbers came in, we swept this low, we pushed on higher. Now, so what does that mean for everybody? Well, for one, I marked this out as a news low. What does that mean? Could be a potential target, maybe. News. Alright. Could be a potential target. Something to look at. Today. Does it make sense that we push all the way up here and then push all the way back down here? We kind of did something similar yesterday, but we had equal highs above it. Equal highs and equal lows. So equal highs got swept, equal lows got swept. Then we kept moving low, higher. And now we have these equal lows in here that got swept. And we did take out this high, which is from Thursday of last week. Or I should say previous weekly high. We just took that out. Well, no, last two weeks high we just took out. But yeah, I think we're bullish. So still don't have a bottom wick in here. Could be something to look at. But honestly, all of this is weak. All of this is weak. Minimum target here today, I think. So I'm actually going to mark that out. I think this is our minimum target for today. Check the hour, kind of figure out where we're at. Mitigated, 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 mitigated. Yeah, this is... Technically this is also mitigated, but... Yeah. So, what are we doing? Pushing a little bit lower. Coming into this FEG. 5 minute. Looks like we got some indecision on the... Okay. Yeah. Alright, I gotta run to the restroom real quick. I'll be right back. back. So, what's the 1 minute telling me? Right, that's how I like to kind of equate it. What's it telling me? Hit equal highs in here, got swept, push lower. If we're going lower, where are we going lower to? It's another question I like to ask myself. Overall, probably some form of this news wick. Maybe into the open of that 8:30 candle. That's a potential. 3 minute looks pretty clear in terms of the very clear order block. Price just produced. Tap back into it. Now we're going lower. To be 100% honest with you, I'm not too sure where we're going. What I will say is this is the low. What tends to happen is we tend to get some form of a 30%, 20 to 30% retracement of a weekly leg. Oh shoot, I don't have it in here. Oh yeah, on a Friday. Which you can see is essentially that news low. That's at 20% and then 30% is a little bit lower. So it may be that we come back down to that news wick and then look to go higher. That's an option. It doesn't have to happen at all, but it's just an option that I'm kind of seeing. So it's pretty clear that we are going lower. No real inverses to the point that I like them. Obviously, you have the order block here, but that's not something I'm really looking at right now at all. Not liking how wicky it is, right? It's just a lot of chop and how slow price is moving. There's no real push, there's no real entry. cut up to a higher time frame real quick. Kind of see what it is we're looking at. Again, there's nothing here to suggest that we can go long. 2 minute, same thing, nothing to suggest that. 1 minute, nothing to suggest that. 5 minute. Well, we did just inverse the 5 minute. I would need this one to be inversed as well. What would be nice is if we can, get a pullback and then get something to indicate that we want to go short. That would be nice. IFEG or a order block would be nice. Now this will be a reaction to this first order block here. Yeah, no, we tapped into it multiple times. This is the first time we've actually gone away from it and now tap back in. Not a clear and obvious FEG, so wouldn't be looking at that. What I don't know is if we just tap, it looks like we're pretty close to that 50% of the range. Oh, no, didn't tap that as yet either, so wouldn't really look at that. Yeah, no entries. No entries. Just want to go back to yesterday real quick and check something. That I was trying to calculate. Target was the high. Whoa. I checked what I needed to. Okay. How I see this is we just built up sell side right here. I'm just saying. So we got sell side in this area. Alright. Got an FEG right below it. We got obviously this low and the news low. That's just how I'm seeing it. I'm just saying. A little bit on the smaller side of an FEG, if I'm being honest, but Right. Right. No, that is just far too large. It's simply far too large for me to get in. That doesn't make any sense to get in. Because my stop would have to be all the way up here, which doesn't really make sense. This. Yeah, it's kind of a weird one. See, stop would have had to be all the way up here. And now it just looks kind of dumb to take that. I guess the question is, what's a bad trade and what's not a good bad trade? The large stop loss constitute it being a trade that you don't want to get in. Need a little bit more. Need liquidity, man. Yeah, I need liquidity. Business call. Sorry about that. Now, let me talk about why this failed. All right. This one here failed. Every inverse isn't valued the same. What do I mean by that? Yeah, we have inverse here, but what's the liquidity that this took? Did this take any liquidity? Answer to that question is no. The other thing you have to ask yourself is, where is it that we're going? Was there any sell side liquidity taken? Yeah, there was a little bit, not much. I would prefer for price to come down here and take this out and then us move, but we don't always get what we want. Or even come down and sweep these equals and then move. So we have to understand where it is that we're looking for price to go. Where is price looking as though it wants to go as well? 5 minute, you can clearly see this is an inverse, and now we can look to go long. But I still like taking trades based off liquidity. So if there's no liquidity, there's no trade. Liquidity sweep, there's no trade. That's how I stay consistent in my model. That's how I stay consistent trading overall. Well, Jesus, look at that. I was just about to say, if we can come back down here, that'd be great. If not, also cool. So 952. We will wait and we will see. I'm getting hungry. Absolutely no trades yet. Now, technically this did take some form of internal liquidity, but I still want these equal lows at a minimum to get taken, and really and truly at least to the 50% of this impulse to get tapped into. That's how I know where the fair value is. Alright. If it's already tapped that and then we're going again, then it's a little different. But now why am I drawing it from down here and not up here? I mean, sorry, down here and not here. This one's already tapped. I can tell you that for sure. Boom, already tapped that. However, where does the move originate from? That's what I'm looking for, right? What's the origins of this massive spike? This is low. This has the origin. Came back, retraced. This might have tapped into 50% of this. Nope, didn't. So this didn't even tap into 50%. And then we get this massive expanse out. So now we've created equals. I actually wonder if this is an SMT with ES. I don't even know. It might be. I don't trade SMT, so I don't really know. And it. Wait a minute. 1 second. So I can see it. It is an SMT. I don't trade SMT, but it's good to know. But that basically means that these are equals for me now. This leaves me a target to go potentially higher. I have absolutely nothing to go short based off of. It doesn't make sense to go short. Bias is still long, but don't have anything to go long based off either. So now we bring this over some more. Now we have very clear liquidity. I'm not touching the trade until this gets taken. Quickly, boom, boom, boom. And once that gets taken, then I can start looking for a potential buy signal and then move accordingly. There we go. Let it do its thing, push it lower. Hope it gives me a nice little inverse that I can take on back up. tap into the 50% now? Pretty close to it, but no dice wants to tap into that. There we go. Oh, this is... It's chop and not chop at the same time. I don't know how to describe it. Now we're just looking for a buy signal, which for me is this. Oops, that's my buy signal. Break and close above that, and yeah. Let me just see how the this 10 o'clock candle is looking. We're also tapping into this H1 FEG, man. No wick, no buy side wick. Yeah. Okay, just wait it out. Let us see here. Okay, so we'll see here on this candle what the position is. So we close above, we're in. If we don't, we're not. This has a lot of chop though. There you go. No trade. No trade. And guess what? That's okay. I have a bias, and my bias is telling me to go one direction. My entry criteria has not been fulfilled. Cool. Let's keep it waiting. Keep waiting, and let's see what happens. Now, would I use the same level? I prefer not to. That's good, that one. I prefer not to use the same level. Prefer to use something different. So now we have this low that's been swept. Alright, this low. This is swept. Alright, so oh boy, I'm actually getting very hungry. I'm starving. I don't know why. I'm ready for some food. Nothing going on. No inverses, no nothing. Um, you know, looking back, it looks as though we're going down to this news low. Does that mean I hop in a trade right now and go to a news low? Absolutely not. But looking at it, that looks like where we're trying to get to. Probably could have done the or the propulsion block here, taking it on down, but it's whatever. I'm not tripping. Hmm. Someone's asking me about Moo as a trading firm. I've never heard of Moo before in my life. Um, Never heard of Moo. So obviously I have to do my research. So this is looking like we're going down to that low, which is what my original thought was. If you remember, we did this on the hour, 4 hour, or on the hour slash 4 hour. We said 20% of the weekly push. So this is choose a low from here equals up with that, right? There's still absolutely no entries for me. Just not how I trade. But yeah, that's what it's looking like. I mean, to those who do trade this way and were able to get in, kudos to you, but not how I trade, so didn't take it. That's okay. Every day, my dad has a saying: every day is fishing day, but not every day is catching day. But who's to say the day is over? Right? It's only 10. 16. So we'll see here very shortly what the position is after we sweep this news low from NFP. Yeah, you're right there. Right there. All right, bet. So that's the super. That's the now the super liquidity. Well, let me not say now the super liquidity. We've had super liquidity. That's aggressive push though. Maybe this is a no trade day for me. We'll see. This Asia low is here. Just swept Asia low. Right. 8 o'clock, 8 o'clock, 8 o'clock is Asia low. Just swept Asia low. Pretty sure I have something for that. No, I don't. Alright, Asia. Whoa. I find that this whole day, no type of entries at all. Bias was somewhat correct. There's what I'm looking at here now. Looking back, this is the okay, cool. So we came into the 2.5. Okay. Boy, oh boy, do I not want to take this, but system's telling me to take it, so I'm gonna take it. Close above? We did close above. sometimes you gotta ask yourself, does that really make sense? It didn't to me at the time.
Take back. Gotcha. We got a great match going on. You're at the U.S. Open. You should take in everything. You don't need your hearing. You got all your other senses. Fuck, bring your own AirPods if you want to sync up to Chris Fowler and Johnny Mac. These fucking people right here. These are the worst fucking people at the U.S. Open. Bones, I'm gonna have you roll that back one more time. Yeah? We haven't done anything. We're a totally peaceful racist group.
Sept, it will knock your socks off. There was a CIA computer engineer named Joshua Schulte. He was apparently a disgruntled engineer. He didn't.
Yeah, it ain't looking too hot right now. Nothing. The only other place we can look is probably that. You know what? Actually, zoom out for a second, shall we? Ooh, boy. Look at that, huh? Look at that, huh? This is actually, looking about this is probably expected. Why is this expected? Look at how bullish we were all yesterday. All Asia. All Asia. All London. Then we just had this. Yeah, this is probably. Yeah, it's probably warranted. Probably warranted. Side of this low. Yeah, we just tapped it, so. Just tapped it. Yeah, probably warranted. I mean, look at how much liquidity we just took from overnight. And all of this is, I think all of this is gone. And trendline liquidity. I just don't know if we come back up into it or not. I would never take that trade. I just saw someone post inverse, and I was like, yeah, I would never take that. Yeah, I think I'm gonna call that a day. It was good to see that once we came into this level, or whenever we opened up price, I was like, all right, we're looking to get down into this low here, but there are no trades for me. Might have been able to get in order block trades. Let me just check on the 2 minute real quick. 2 minute. I think 2 minute there was something. I think 3 minute is probably the cleanest, which is this. Alright, you hop in here, stop up here, target that. That's probably the cleanest out of all of them. And you can see in here, we create kind of like equals. Price comes up, sweeps them, and then aggressively pushes down. But yeah, is what it is. On to the next.